All right, good morning. This is Peter Leinweber, aka Coach Big Pete of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. So we get into another conference preview. This is the Apollo Conference for 2019. Now, quick reminder again, what is up is down and what is down is up. There's a lot of parity in high school football, and in the Apollo Conference, there's going to be a lot more parity. But please understand, you got to play the football game first. Predictions, reviews mean absolutely nothing. That's what you got to love about this game, and especially I love high school football because of this parity. So let's get started for the 2019 Apollo Conference. To me, Effingham, a very strong team. I really do like Effingham. Another team that has my interest a lot, Mount Zion, who I think returns an excellent group of players for Mount Zion. My surprise team, because I saw them this summer, I was very impressed with them. The Lincoln Rail Splitters, Police, Noah Funk, Behringer, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, and I will mispronounce his last names. I do apologize. Behringer, offensive lineman. For Effingham for me, just to go back a little bit to my top teams, Effingham again, year in, year out, they find juniors and sophomores that are willing to take over that spot where the seniors have left, and they do a wonderful job. So, my top dogs are, and I go over this again, Effingham, Mount Zion. My surprise team, Lincoln. I'm really impressed with Lincoln. I think they can do something this year. My three challengers are Taylorville, Mahmoet, Seymour, who I was impressed with the 7-on-7, even though they were a bunch of the younger generation, and Mattoon. Mattoon's got a good amount of players that are returning. Mattoon looks unbelievable, especially I'm more impressed with their backfield for Mattoon. Couple linemen as well. For Lincoln, just go a little bit more into Lincoln. Again, that passing game is going to be very important for them. For Effingham, defense, I really like their defense. I think it's very special. So, but going into the Apollo even more, Charleston, I think it's going to be another tough year for Charleston. That's just my personal feeling. Some of the players look out for Mount Zion, Sage Davis, Nathan for Effingham, Nathan Shackelford, Aaron Valdez, Mount Zion, Doyle Braden, Charleston, Jake Behringer, Lincoln, I talked about him, Ja'Kai Johnson for Mattoon, Alec Brodnick, hopefully I didn't mispronounce that, from Lincoln, Peyton Moreau from Mount Zion. There's just a list. I have the list on the article for the Apollo Conference preview. Really impressive group of players. Clay Hubble from Mahmoet Seymour, Noah Crowley. Really like Clay Hubble. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for, as I talked about him a couple of weeks ago. And Mattoon, Abraham Baker is definitely another kid to keep an eye out for as well. Tristan Duncan from Effingham, another big athlete for them. Hopefully I didn't. Paul London, hopefully I did not forget him. Mason Hasty, Logan Brown. Logan Brown from Effingham, another name to keep an eye out for as well. But Effingham stacked with great talent, as always. For Taylorville, Kyle Brackenridge, and for trying to find his name. I talked about Noah Funk, important leader for the Lincoln. Logan Brown for Effingham, definitely a kid that you want to keep an eye out for, as well. And Andrew London for Mount Zion. That's the kid that I want to talk about. Andrew London, very important player for that team. Great frame, good wide receiver. Definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for as well. But again, my top two teams, Mount Zion and Effingham. My surprise team, Lincoln. Taylorville, to me, they lost a lot of talent for last season, but I think you could still consider them a challenger, as well as Mahmoet Seymour. I think they had a little bit of a rough year last year. I think this year they're gonna be back to their old ways. So let's see the other guy. Hopefully I didn't. And Mattoon. Mattoon had a great season last season. I think that was the only pick that I had correct for the Apollo Conference. But it's going to be very interesting for the Apollo Conference. Do I see any of these teams going far in the playoffs? Mount Zion, and Effingham, maybe. I see as a maybe possibility for both those teams. I talked about this before. Do I see Lincoln getting to 5 wins? They have a great shot at getting to 5 wins. So we'll see what happens there. I think Mattoon's going to get to the playoffs as well. It's going to be a rough year for Charleston. That's my personal feeling. But that is it currently for the Apollo Conference 2019 preview. Hopefully, I can catch a game. My email is coachmcpete@fp@gmail.com. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip via PayPal. Thank you so much. Good luck to everyone in the Apollo Conference. No injuries on that BS. Let's get ready for football.